Hello everyone, I'm Lilac, an Badge Joker and a Hydra Hunter, and this video will teach you how to turn a game around from a bad first chase. For hunters with very low map pressure built in, for example Joker, your best friend is probably Trump Card into Teleport. For Joker specifically, my recommended build is Insolence, Trump Card, 2 stacks of Power Breaking, Inertia, and Panic. Generally, if your first choice is bad, you want to slow down Cypher progress by either going for double downs or chairing near Cyphers to stop you from working on them. So at the start of the game, it goes poorly. I cannot find the knight, so I'm forced to switch on to the Embalmer, who once I chair him, he can rescue himself, which makes him a really strong character for a tie. Embalmer manages to loop around the pallet for a while, and he does manage to win this pallet mine game, but I get a hit anyways here, and he transitions into restaurant. Unfortunately, here is where I start making some mistakes. So here I see Acrobat in the distance, so I try to switch targets onto the Acrobat, but unfortunately when I do dash, for some reason I decide to miss him hiding here, and I see the Embalmer distance. I go back for the Acrobat, and he gets a red bomb off successfully. I fail to dodge it, and he wins a pallet mine game easily. This is already looking terrible, but then my first chase goes even worse, and I try to blink him here but miss, and I try to rocket dash him here but miss again. So I have a wasted blink. Acrobat's on full health, so my only option is to look at the Cypher Acrobat was on and notice it's shaking, so meaning Embalmer must be on that Cypher. I go back to chasing the Embalmer, and I need a fast down here if I want to have a chance of winning the game. Fortunately, I do manage to mind game here and get a fast down. So I get my first down in almost 2 minutes into the game, and also on an Embalmer who can rescue himself and push Cypher Rush even more. This is already looking really good for the survivors. Embalmer manages to cover himself here, so Acro, Knight, and Barmaid are able to keep decoding far away from where the coffin is, while I have to go chase the Embalmer once again, not able to pressure any Cyphers. Unfortunately, he has a vulnerability for a bit, so I have to wait it out, but I do manage to get a successful pallet mine game on him. With 3 Cyphers left and Embalmer on last chair, this is looking like a draw, but as long as I use my trump card well, and maybe get a double down of rescuer, remember, double down is really important, I can potentially turn the game into a win. Here, Barmaid and Acrobat are both basically finished their Cyphers, but the last Cypher still has very low progress, which is a very big benefit if you're playing Joker. So Joker, with his tons of rocket dashes and potential to pressure around the map, he basically can force the survivors to have to open up 6 Cyphers instead of 5. Unfortunately, I don't get a double down here, which is fine. I can just tone down the Embalmer here and try to play for a win with all my rocket dashes. Knight attempts to harass, but he loses 50-50, and I get a double down on him and the Embalmer. The Acrobat and Barmaid are panically working on the last Cypher, which is at 10-15%, giving me plenty of time to force the Embalmer out of the game first. Here, Knight has a healing drill on him, so he heals much slower, and so I get to pick up Embalmer here and use my trump card to teleport right onto the Cypher where both Barmaid and Acrobat are decoding. So Barmaid is a very strong character that if I do one hit, she can easily heal herself, so I go for the Acro first, get him on half health, and then try to chase the Barmaid. Because Acro and Knight are both now either down or on half health, so if I manage to chair the Barmaid here, no one can rescue. However, Barmaid just chugs a speed drink and loops me around the pallet for a while the Acro and the Knight are healing each other. So I need to get Barmaid down here first, and I do manage to get a single hit onto her, and so I equip another rocket drill and try to get her down before she can pop her heal. Acro and Knight, since we're on half health, they cannot rescue their Barmaid, so they're forced to heal instead of decoding her first. This is a promising situation for me, and I get the Barmaid down. Acro heals the Knight, and I choose not to charge basement here for extra Cypher pressure. I do not know what the Cypher's on, the one that Acrobat is decoding, so I think it's better to play it safe and to cheer not in the basement. I tried to intercept the rescuer, the knight here, and I do spot his blood trails, and I try to bait a flywheel, but he has no flywheel, so I get a hit on him. Acrobat Cypher Machine is still pretty slow, so I don't worry about it that much, and try to focus on getting either Knight or Barmaid down. Knight tries to predict again, but he fails 50-50 again, and I get down on him. Acrobat Cypher is not shaking that much, so I'm confident it's still at a moderately decent percentage, and I do get Barmaid down here. And because I have Teleport from Trump card, I can just TP onto the Acro Cypher, ending this game in 4K really easily. In conclusion, the best way to turn a loss into a tie, or a tie into a win, are bringing Trump card, double downing rescuers, or just injuring enough people to force them to heal. Thank you for watching, and I hope this video helps you in your rank matches.